If you guys see that, I just saw a commercial for Kentucky Fried Chicken where the parents are all excited because their two bratty kids won't sit still at the dinner table, but they got them this fucking chicken, and they're feeding it to them. They're basically very subtly saying that there's drugs in this chicken that will make your spastic children chill the fuck out. And spastic, I mean like, not the way they mean it over there in Great Britain. You can't say that on the comedy, well, you can say it in a comedy club over in Scotland, but you'll have a rough go of it if you say the kid was spastic. Over there, that means like severely mentally challenged. Over here, it just means you're not going to get laid till you're 26. When you're in grad school, looking over a fucking cadaver, right, with some other fucking nerd, right? And you're just sitting there going, the ankle bone's connected to the knee bone, right? Has any of this made any sense? Well, it shouldn't. It's fucking Sunday night, and I am spent, and I got a whole bunch of shit I have to do tomorrow, so I got to do it tonight. All right, I'm off my game. All right, you cleanse your liver in like 42, 43 days or something like that. Every drunk I know has told me that. Every drunk I know that does not have a medical degree has told me that if you go 42, 43 days, you will cleanse your liver, at least to the booze. Now, if you fucking, you start doing blow or, eating a bunch of trans fat fucking food or feeding your kids Kentucky Fried fucking chicken. Jesus Christ, what happened to parents that you got to drug your kids to keep them under control? You know what it is? Kids don't respect their parents. They respect them, but they don't respect like, oh my God, this person could wring my neck, could pick me up by my hair, right? Could grab a paddle and fucking, mostly hit my ass, but also kind of hit my lower back because I'm squirming, right? That doesn't exist anymore. So now these kids are so fucking out of control. These people have to go down to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay? And I use the term chicken very loosely. To go down in whatever that is that's in that bucket. Okay? If it doesn't have a beak, if it doesn't have feet, if it's fucking, chest is, its breast is sticking out like the cast on fucking, what was that show with the Italians there on New Jersey Shore? Jersey Shore, right? In my world, that's not a fucking chicken. You want the chicken that looked like Mark McGwire in his rookie season. You don't want to eat the chicken that looks like Mark McGwire when he fucking played for the Cardinals. If you eat a regular fucking chicken, first of all, it's going to look like a pigeon to you because you're so used to seeing those roided up ones that they have, Murderer's Row, that you got down there at your fucking Shaw's, right? Your Vaughn's, your J.C. Penney's, wherever the fuck you buy your goddamn chicken. You go down to any one of the mainstream fucking supermarkets, okay? And I swear to God, when you get to the chicken section, okay, if you've slept for the last 30 years, like that Van Gundy guy under the bridge, whatever his fucking name is, Van Morrison. What the hell's his name? Rip Van Winkle, right? That was one of those people. One of the Vans. If you slept for the last 30 years and you went down, okay, and they showed you what a chicken was, you'd be like, that ain't no chicken. Okay, it's a goddamn turkey. I know a fucking turkey when I see one, all right? Ain't no such thing as a 9-pound fucking chicken. Can't be done. No, sir. No, sir. Get off my property. Okay, I'm done with your witchcraft. Okay? Hey, I said get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck off my property. Honey, get the gun. Yeah, you would think it was a fucking turkey. And the thing is now it's a chicken. And I remember I watched one of those Food Incs, one of those fucking liberal goddamn things, talking about flying carpets and electric roads and all that bullshit. Somewhere in there they were talking about, the food supply and how poisonous it is. Poisonous it is. So I fucking went down to a farmer's fucking market and I said, I want a an all natural fucking chicken. I can't even talk. I'm so tired. I want an all natural chicken. And the guy goes, these are all natural. And I said, all natural? And he goes, well, I'm like, come on, where is it? And he had to walk around the corner, sitting over there, lonely. I swear to God, looking like a dove, looking like somebody killed a fucking dove. He goes, right there, that one right there is 100% all natural, nothing's wrong with it. And I was like, what? That's what a chicken's supposed to look like? And he raised his eyebrows, and he kind of put his lips together so they were a straight line, and then he nodded. You know that look that people do, like, yeah, I'm in the Matrix. I realize I'm in the Matrix, but, you know, I knocked the bitch up, so I got to be selling these roided up chickens. No. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So basically, that's what these people are eating over there. Okay, they are drugging up their kids. But I can't get mad at them because I actually did that to Charlie Murphy and Donnell Rawlings. I've told this story before. Hey, I'll tell it again. It's my fucking podcast. I actually the exact thing that they're doing in that Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial, where they're trying to get their kids to sit still by just feeding them so full of these fucking trans fats from these roided up, beakless fucking chickens with their Dolly Parton breastises, right? I did that to fucking Donnell and Charlie. I was hungover, and we were taking a car service from Chicago, Zanies, up to whatever the fuck it was, St. Charles. It was a 3-city run, and one of them was St. Charles, so we're getting in the fucking limo. Donnell's in rare form. Charlie's in rare form. They're fucking gabbing and trashing people and me and everybody, and I just don't want to hear it. I'm like, I don't want to listen to these fucking guys running their goddamn yaps in the back of this car the whole fucking way up. I want a nice, quiet ride. This is going to suck. And I walked outside, hungover, and I walked into the Chicago air, you know, almost got hit by 3 fat people. And I looked up the street, and I saw Popeyes, and I was like, oh, thank God. And I fucking walked in there, and I got all this fucking Popeyes chicken with biscuits and all of this shit food, and I brought it back to the car. And as the car pulled up, they came out, and I said, hey, guys, I got us some food. And they were like, oh, that's fucking great. You know, they were hungry or whatever, and they started chowing that fucking Popeyes food, and I sat back nibbling on a drumstick. And I swear to God, 10 minutes later, they were asleep. I'm not lying to you. They were fucking asleep, snoring the whole way up, and I was just sitting there loving life the whole fucking ride up. And you know what? I admitted to them later. They thought it was funny, but that's basically what it is. They called it the itis. That's what they call it when you eat that shit food and then you have to go to sleep. They call it the itis, I guess. And by they, I mean African Americans. They call it the fucking itis, and that's what they got. And I learned that from Donnell, because I don't know how that man stayed in shape, but he had the worst diet. He's one of those guys who, like, you stop for gas, and he comes out of the gas station with, like, one of those gas station hot dogs. And he would eat it, and then he would immediately fall asleep. And I would say to Charlie, look at this guy, he's sleeping. And Charlie would be like, yeah, man, he got the itis. And he explained that to me. And with that little bit of information, it went into my evil white brain. And I drugged my 2 African American friends way back in the year 2005. And that's a little chicken story for you. How did you like that, everybody? So that's what the fuck they're saying right there. That's what Kentucky Fried Chicken is allegedly saying. I guess I have to say alleged, so their lawyers on retainer don't attack my fucking podcast. As far as I can tell. I'm asking you right now, Kentucky Fried Chicken, hiding behind your fucking letters, KFC, is that what the fuck you do? Is that what you're saying? If you got kids who are not stimulated enough that they can't even sit down, you gotta run them around. You got to tire your kids out. Open the door, you send them out in the fucking yard. Go ahead, go outside. Get outside and play. That's what you do, like a goddamn, one of those fucking Irish dogs that was bred to herd sheep. You got to let that fucking thing run around. Run around in circles. Go ahead, get out there. Take a ball, you just fucking throw it out in traffic and let that dog run around dodging cars. It comes in, it's going to lay down. Okay? It's not going to jump all over company, sticking its cold nose right in their fucking hoo-ha's. That's what you got to do with your kids. You got to send them outside. Right? But To Catch a Predator and all these other fucking shows, you know, all these shows on TV where people forget their kids are in a car with the windows rolled up. And their kids are too fucking dumb to roll them down, or they're too weak because they haven't gone outside and climbed a fucking tree, and they stay in there, and their brains get cooked like a boxer. You know? You know that dog boxers, they don't do well in the sun. Well, neither do fat kids. If you leave the windows rolled up, you know, and they got those weak arms, that like the most tedious things they ever did was take a wrapper off of a fucking an ice cream sandwich, right? You can't leave them in the car. My mother left us in the car all the fucking time. She would go to school. She was going to school during the day, trying to further her education, and she left 5 fucking kids in the car with the windows rolled up and money for Burger King. And she would say to us, just go into the Burger King. That's the only time you were to leave this car over the next 3 fucking hours when I'm in class. And she would disappear around the corner after we said, absolutely, Mom. And she walked away, and we immediately would get out of the car, start walking up and down the streets in Boston. We'd go into fucking Burger King, and we'd have something to eat. Do you know what would happen nowadays if they just saw 5 fucking dirty-faced kids walking up and down Comm Ave, Boylston Street, going into a Burger King, looking like the cast of fucking Annie? Someone would have filmed it, and my mother would have been they would have taken us away. You know, but they didn't, because there was no cameras back then, or videotape ones. I mean, there was, but only the people had them were like the news and a young Steven Spielberg. So we went in there and we fucking got some food, climbed on cars and fucking yelled at people and shit. You know, hanging on parking meters and all that. Hence, we had the fucking forearm strength to roll down the windows, and none of us ever had an issue in the car. And you know what? I think that's one to grow on. So there you go, people. I'm not saying KFC is food. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying it's bad food. Every once in a while, who's kidding who? Every once in a while, wouldn't it would be great if you could just fucking do heroin the way you can eat McDonald's. Just like every once in a while, you'd just be like, you know what? Yeah, let's just fucking tie off, nod off for the rest of the fucking day. And like the people at work understood it. You know, hey, where were you yesterday? Ah, man, yeah, I got this black tar heroin came in. You know, hadn't done it in like 3 months or what. Figured, fuck it. Oh, is that what you did? How was it? How was it? You know, like you went to Aruba. You said, oh, dude, it was awesome. Fucking, I don't remember shit. But you can't. You know, you get addicted to it.